Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
On today's episode, take a look. It's in a book. Magus of the Library. Welcome, everybody. Well, Alibaba had them 40 thieves, Scheherazade had 1,000 tales, but listener, you're in luck because I am your host, Moxidine, here with... Can I please get some quiet in the library? The head librarian is here. Isekai-sensei Sama Brad. Brad, how you doing?
You are so incredibly loud.
I know. That's why I'm telling everybody to be quiet. And we are here with the end of the fan vote arc, the Rose Democracy arc.
Oh, damn. Are we done already?
I think so. Aren't we?
I think you're right.
We better be, because I didn't remember there being another one.
It feels like... Well, you know why? It's because...
The jump in the middle.
We did...
Well, it wasn't to them. To them, they haven't even experienced any of this at the time of recording, but...
There was a jump in the middle, but also we did our reload episode first.
Correct.
Which, actually, I don't know if we mentioned this in those episodes. We recorded our reload episode first, but the Issa 9 actually is the first one that's coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't remember that. I guess I didn't pay attention to the order specifically. I think because you had to reorder them to hit the 9 then.
Because of the freaking new Jump series.
Oh yeah, also that. And we reload. We it was a double R. Hopefully, if Brad listened to me, he will put 2 R's on.
I'm gonna.
Nagachi Kuwata.
The question is anybody gonna notice and go, hey, you misspelled this? And then we go, oh, did I?
Did I? Is this episode even longer than the long ones? Okay, we're getting distracted. This is already going to be a bad one for that. I got to focus. We're covering Magus of the Library, which started in November 2017 and is still running in Kodansha's Seinen magazine, Good Afternoon. Like it's good exclamation point and then afternoon.
Weird.
Japan.
And also on K-Manga.
Yes, this was the one that was on K-Manga.
Online.
Oh, K means Kodansha.
Oh my god, what?
Capcom means capsule computers. As of this recording, there are 9 volumes out. It's fun when you like figure out like a name. It's like, oh, it's this, duh. And it's like when you learn, you're just like, duh, and you bap your forehead, but I can't because then I'll just bump it in the microphone.
I had one recently that you were the person who made me realize, and I totally didn't say anything because I was like, yeah, I totally knew that the whole time.
What was it?
I don't even remember.
That doesn't put me over. He was like, oh, I got put over. I knew something Brad didn't know, and he was so embarrassed he didn't want to say it. What was it?
It was definitely something that was like, of course that's what it means. It's so obvious.
Oh, fun. This series is written and arted, and oh boy, is it freaking arted. Hell yeah. By Mitsu Izumi. I'm still proud of myself for saying seinen finally.
Mitsuzumi.
You know, the seinen, the shunin, the jonin, the shonin, the shojin, the senin, and the shoot, what's the ladies one?
Josei.
The genin.
It doesn't fit at all.
I still like my joke that Anbu Black Ops Sentai then. Yeah. I was a fan of that one. Okay.
If you want, listener, if you want to know what the hell we're talking about, you need to
be on our Discord. And enough of, we're so distractible this episode. God, we're full of ramen. Sorry, everybody. My patented Moxie's Mox Speed manga summary. Written text. Collections of crystallized knowledge. Compilations of symbols conveying thought itself. Legacies linking to the past, to the future. In the words of our certain Magus, to protect the text is to protect the world itself. Chapter 1. The Ugly Long-Eared Child. Oh boy, a lot of that. We see glimpses of an exciting world with monsters and adventure, a vast treasure to find somewhere out there. And today begins our protagonist's journey to find them all. We see the little princeling running away from palace guards laden with supplies and treasure to board a pirate ship for his place among Shagrazats?
I guess.
Not even Japanese. Probably some whatever a Middle Eastern language is where all of these came from, I would guess. Just feels very... I mean, my opening gag about Alibaba and all that, Scheherazade. Shagrazat's crew to start his adventure, but then he's actually in a library reading about the adventures of Shagrazat. Shagrazat. We get a history of books and the magic of libraries in the area. The boy is being thrown out due to racism. He's a long-eared living in the slums and not welcome here in the nice part of town. He's a white elf in a world of Middle Eastern tanned peoples. A lot of racism ensues, from the children to the adults. Like, a lot. No one even knows his name. They just call him Long-Eared Boy. A lot of this summary I trimmed down because it's just like, and then the kids are racist to him, and then the adults are racist to him. The one that, like, freaking threw me for a loop is that he's walking home, because he's going to school in the nice part of town for reasons we'll get to in a moment. And kids come up to him and go, "We can't read. Can you read this for us?" And then he reads it, and it's a racist message to him. And it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? Because I thought it's like, oh, he can read. At least amidst all of this, it's like he can read books. He can at least help in this way. Maybe these are children, so like out of the village, so maybe they're less racist. And it's like, no, it's specifically, haha, you can read. Here's some racism for you. Here's a slur for you. And it's like, gosh darn it. He daydreams of a hero showing up to save him from this awful life and take him on an adventure. He's finally home from school to the slums where his sister, Tifa, lives. She works 3 jobs just so he can go to school to learn to read and write, which she can't do. He goes out into the woods to start his homework, and all of his woodland critter friends come out, including the cutest pup I ever did see since Ranga from Reincarnated as a Slime. Oh my goodness, what a cute little pupper with a little horn on his head. After finishing his homework, he talks about the amazing library, Aftzak, the city of books, that he would be welcome there and could read all the amazing stories within. He would so love to go there. Cutting away to elsewhere, we see a posse of well-dressed women showing up on a variety of well-drawn mounts, traveling to this town, Amun, from Aftzak, the city of books. Back to the kid, and more racism happens. They intend to destroy his school books, which he super cannot afford to replace. And he stands up for himself, saying, when they shit-talk his sister, they can shit-talk him, but they cannot shit-talk his sister, because she's the one sacrificing for all this. But then that posse of women from before intervenes, and the bullies go running. She notices the kid's ears and how he doesn't fit there, like any good hero from a story, before parting ways, saying her name is Sedona. We learn they are Kafna, librarians, and this might be his ticket out of here to his dreams.
I only just now figured this out. And I say figured it out. This is speculation. I'm really concerned that his sister's going to die, and that's how he's going to get to go along with them.
She's going to, hey, if we learned anything from, what's the other magic one we did this arc? Witch Hat Atelier.
Yes.
She will be turned to crystal or stone, or something will happen to her. Hopefully not. Did she have long ears? I don't think I actually paid attention to notice.
We haven't actually seen her. We only saw like the silhouette cutout things.
You're right.
Which is another reason why I'm like, they're going to kill her off screen.
Maybe she doesn't have long ears. I don't know.
I hope that's not what happens, but there's got to be an inciting incident,
problem.
Right?
Yeah, that's the inciting incident is always something needs to happen to allow the hero. They have to leave where they came from, but if they have somebody there who's good and they care about, that happened a lot this arc. Gachi Yakuta had that.
You can tell what Lass is into.
Lass really it's a story beats that work. But yeah, no, what? Gachi Yakuta had that.
Witch Hat.
Witch Hat had that. Shangri-La Frontier did not have that. Nobody died. Pandora Hearts.
No, but
it hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure some terrible shit's going to go down.
We don't know what that sister's all about.
You've heard that episode. We don't know what a lot's going on.
Actually, by the time you hear this, we might already know. Join our Discord to join our book club.
The things that we'll know. We'll take that look in that book. But yeah, 3 out of 5. I mean, we don't know what happened yet, but we're pretty sure he has to leave. He has to go on an adventure. That's the whole thing. And she's not going to come with, or else we would have met her properly and not in a silhouette. You're right. It's weird that they would have. Yeah. Is it easier to then go, we can part from her, or are they keeping secret that she is or is not a long-eared?
I don't know.
I feel like she has more story, but maybe it's just you get the things that I couldn't get. Go read and write. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like what happened to their parents? That's their sister. Whatever.
I like how you can just hand wave away the parents not being there. It's like, of course, they're dead.
They're a very racist against group, and they live in the slums. Like, yeah. And also, like, we've seen the, like, older sister is raising younger brother trope before and other things, because it's a story beat, because it's like, this is also what frees you up more to go on an adventure.
But how ridiculous to say that he's ugly. Like, I can get, like, oh, his ears are weird, his ears are weird, but he's...
It's racism, Brad. It's just racism. It doesn't have to make sense. It's how racism works in the actual.
Yeah.
People are stupid. I love the art in this. I feel like more than anything, that art did
crazy.
The art did a lot of, like, because it's just like, kid, whatever, he's fine. Racism, and I'm like, okay, yeah, fine. I understand racism bad. And then it's like when all the ladies show up on the... I love that they all are riding different things, and all of them, both on their outfits or their mounts, are, like, lavishly drawn. And it makes you just feel like, I'm going to go on it. Like, in the beginning pictures, it's like, I'm going to go on a big adventure. Like, it got me excited about adventure more than the middle part of the chapter of just having to deal with the boy being racist against. Which it's like one of those... I mean, I guess I have that in some things where it's like, I don't think it was gratuitous, but I was like, yes, I get it. Everybody's racist against him. Which is why I think it was the beginning and the ending were so good, of just that tangent. Like, it makes you want to feel like there's a world out there that I can get to. That he's going to go hopefully escape and adventuring around with these librarians. In wonderfully drawn areas and be, I don't know, cool or something. But I like the point where he's like, oh, she's like, you're a long ear. Like any hero from a story, you're out of place. And I love that, because, like, I love the meta-ness of a story and a hero and somebody inside a story noticing that and pointing it out. Like, I'm a sucker for that. So, Hero with what is that? That guy wrote a book called The Hero with 1,000 Faces, which I think conceptually, like, but I tried reading it and it seemed so far up its own ass. I was annoyed by it, but probably a lot of things they talked about in the book, because I know I've read notes about it, I really liked, of just like, this is heroes throughout time in writing and how they took form in different things, and the kind of similarities between all the different nations writing these hero stories and whatnot, and the hero's journey. Brad, I've been talking a lot. How did you get on with this one?
I mean, to be honest, I don't have a ton of thoughts about this. I mean, you hit on the art already, which it's very well drawn. You could read this just for the art, and you would get something
so far
out of it.
From chapter 1, honestly, for what we got.
You got the racism going on. That's obviously the thing that's gonna push him to go off and do something, because he's not happy here. And honestly, I don't know where it's gonna go, because it needs to center around books, but, like, in what way will it center around books? Is he going to go with these women to that city? What is it, Afnak or whatever?
Yeah.
And just be in that library? And that's, he's exploring the books there, or what? Like, I don't have a good concept of how this will move forward.
I think I guess some of it comes down to, what does it mean to be a librarian in this society? Because it's like, these women are going around, I'm assuming they're all women from what I understand of the art, but I could be wrong about that, who knows? Like, it seems like by virtue of the importance of books and libraries in the area, they could be some sort of either, like, adventuring, or, I mean, literally, like, bookkeeping and writing stories down, or something. Like, maybe there's some sort of, like, a teacher group or peacekeepers. Like, they could just be kind of super peoples going around. I don't know yet. I don't know exactly what they do yet. I feel like once I know that, I would get a clearer picture of what he would go on to do. But I feel like he is going to work with them as, like, an apprentice. Mm-hmm. And what they're doing is just book-based enough that would use his reading and writing skills, that he gets to then go out. Because I feel like maybe either it's a long time until he gets to the library, which doesn't make much sense, or it's like he gets to the library, becomes one of these things, and then goes out on these adventures he's always heard of. Mm-hmm. And he gets to become the person in the book that people are reading, essentially. Yeah. And then you get to just have, like, a bunch of somewhat vignette adventures, obviously one rolling into the next one, but that's maybe some of that is not necessarily what could happen, but it's like what I want out of it, especially from the art that was drawn, of just like, I'm gonna go on this adventure. I don't know why, of all of the art, the thing that stands out to the most to me is the one girl that's riding this really funny detailed camel, who's just making this like face.
Yeah,
like I feel like I've seen that face in something else and was tickled by it, and I hope it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that's like a really simple thing. I think that's why it's like his design is just like, it's boy with long ears, and everybody else is like very like Yes, like we're in the Middle East and they have like cool outfits and they have like sometimes they do have darker skin, which is nice, and that's why it's just like it's the white boy with he's an elf, he's got the long ears, and it was just very
well, but
just
that's
like,
the funny thing is like everyone else is drawn in a detailed. Not that he's not detailed, but like they all have designs.
He's got
to them.
sauce. He's saucy. He's got no spice.
But then it's like it's funny to me because I wonder if the author like was like, oh, I'm gonna do this because
is this
like,
supposed to be
in Japan,
subversive?
people are more white skinned and they're racist against darker skinned people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip it around. They're gonna be racist against a light skinned person.
Was this a quote? That's why it was like when I was reading this, it's like, wow, daring. What an interesting look at racism, sir, ma'am, or otherwise.
What if it was the other way around? Hey, guess what? Still sucks.
Yeah, but it was just there was a certain amount of like, yeah, I get sure. That's why it's like, yeah, whatever. Not to, again.
People can be racist against white people too.
They can. You're right.
Turns out we don't really care.
Yeah. It's big, that woman a billion years ago on social media, the white woman who put a target on her head.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, it's like, you put that on your own head. Like, metaphorically, you did the thing that's happening right now. You're fine. Chillax. No, I don't think it's a bad, like, it's like, I don't think this is a juvenile or bad showing of racism. I think I'm just so like, yes, they're racist again. Like, honestly, the most pressing moment, the two things that got me the most were the handing him the message and then it's a fucking slur on it was the most like, oh my good lord. And then more like you don't need necessarily racism element, but the fact that they're going to destroy his books.
Yep.
And it's like, I can't afford to buy those again. Like, if you destroy that, like, I'm fucked and all of my sister's work is for nothing, and that's why I'm going to stand up for myself. And honestly, and maybe, like, it will be important moving forward because it's the whole idea of, like, you look different, but it's like, I don't think it needed to be racism. It could have just been, like, he had a special mark on him and just generally was, like, unlike the rest, or, like, specifically poor, and that's why he wasn't, like, there's so many other axes it could be on. So, I'm like, I'm curious if the racism angle of him being a long ear will be somehow you've got powers or whatever. Speaking of which, this series is called Magus of the Library. Do you think there is magic, or do you think it's more of like a conceptual, like is this a witch hat atelier, or is this like a someone who contains wisdom and goes on these adventures? Essentially, it's like in the vein of the three magi. These were not men who wielded actual magics, but they were as stated wise men.
It's really up in the air because like the aesthetic that you get, you go, it could be real magic, but then it could be about the magi, and there's absolutely nothing in this first chapter to give us any hint one way or the other.
Yeah.
So
I'd be curious.
The funny thing about this is like, I don't think it's a bad first chapter.
No.
But at the same time, it really didn't give me enough to go off of.
I mean, that's it spent its page stat points on really making you want to not be there anymore. And it tantalized you, but it didn't just do that. It already, from before the beginning and the end, it tantalizes you with the taste of adventure. Because only when he is daydreaming are things drawn in that level of lavish, exciting detail. And then when the I'm assuming magi show up, they are drawn in that same detail because they are adventure.
Yeah.
So I think if it didn't have that tantalizing, and if all this first chapter was just spent on, gosh, I'm miserable here, I think it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think it emotionally did what it needed to do, but I would agree, because so much time was spent on kid goes through a racist situation for a couple pages, kid does it again. Like, that's why it's like my summary is so short, because I just shorthanded all of those. It's like, I don't need to get into the details of these. Like, it's shitty. Of course, like, I don't want to, like, it's important. I'm not going to say, like, we've had times when we've come across an artist trying to tackle a bigger thing and just either, like I say it's teenage or they're fumbling the ball. It's fine here. It's just very like, yes, I know racism is bad. Please don't be racist. But I don't think it's what this book is about, so it can't full tilt. It can't lean fully. It's just a meaning to leave. But I don't think that means it's handling it poorly. I just think it's not, I don't know. It's fine. It's honestly, it's fine. But you said, I think it just spends more of its points there than like what's next. And I think that's why the end of the first chapter is the possibility of adventure.
Right.
And I feel like that's a good first chapter for a book about books and adventure. Honestly, if we hadn't reloaded something else at the beginning, I'd be tempted to reload this one. But I might just want to read more of that because I feel like Gachi Akuda was more of just like us going more emphatically than we're going now. What the fuck is this manga?
Yeah.
This one's it's like I'm curious to see where this one goes, and that one was just like grabbing at our hair and going, "What the fuck is this manga supposed to be?
And why is it so popular?"
Exactly. And I don't feel like I have that here, but I do feel compelled to keep going.
Yeah.
Honestly. What we said where it can go. We talked about the art. We talked about the story. More of less of yada yada yada.
The thing with the animals, am I just blanking? Did I blank this out, or was there any point to that?
What do you mean?
When he like goes out,
I think no. It's very Disney. This is all very Disney princess.
Yeah.
Or just Disney in general. But I mean Disney. It's like I don't have any friends because of racism, but I am just such a good paragon of friendliness and kindness that the animals who don't know racism love me.
is that that was the whole point of that?
I think so. That's why Snow White, who's all alone in the woods, gets all of her animal friends because it's supposed to show. It's like
I guess it can come back in a later chapter, but that was like he literally just goes out into the woods to study.
That's because there's no people around to be racist against him,
and then comes back like nothing happened out there. Besides, hey, all these animals are around.
Well, no, he got to again. Like I mean, I guess I say this is very Disney, but I also say like Disney is built on the fairy tales that are the built of the hero story.
Yeah,
it's him going out. It's him going out. It's showing that he is still, even despite all this racism, he is still good. The woodland critters, like he has befriended these creatures because they know his he's actually good natured. They're not just going like you've got long ears. We're racist against you. Like. He's specifically in the woods because nobody's around so he can just do his homework in peace. And in that moment, after he's finished it, he's dreaming about this library, this world where he could go, where he would be welcome and wouldn't have to constantly deal with racism. And he could just read all the stories he wanted instead of getting kicked out of the library. Like that was his "I Want" song. Like that whole segment is it Belle? Whatever. It's like, I mean, I go to Disney movies but almost all musicals have it, is that like that segment is his "I Want" song, except it's not a song because it's a manga and it's not a musical. But like that's what that is the animals are there to show his kindness because we can't see it with everybody else, and we literally can't see his sister. His sister is only going, you need to do this because I'm sacrificing these things for you. So she's not really there as like a barometer of his actual kindness and truth as a human being, or an elf being, whatever the heck, long-haired kid. The fact that we don't get his name is strange. But also I think points to the racism bit, but I don't know. But yeah, it's so he can be alone, so he can't be like that is he only feels safe when he is alone, but he's also kind, and that's shown through the animals. So I would say that's why that is there, almost assuredly. I don't think that was wasted things. Also, that pupper was really cute.
Just thinking back on it, I'm just sort of like, I guess that's all it was. Is that to establish something about this moving forward.
Aladdin has no friends, but he has Abu, his animal companion, who's not going to be, classist against him because he's a monkey, but he's still good-hearted, and that's why they're buds. And they still breed and stuff because they're hungry.
That monkey's got a sword. Oh, come on, really?
I don't know the next line.
We've all got swords.
I know the songs more than I know the movie. And even then you'll probably quote things and I'll be like, huh? Because it's been a hot second. I don't know if I have anything else to say about this.
Yeah, it's not mediocre.
It's not bad.
But the discussion, like there's not enough there to have more than a mediocre discussion.
I guess I'm going to skip over. We're going to come back to it. I'm going to get to thoughts and feels, but like I feel like the continue reading question, would you buy it? Would you buy it? Would you continue? Would you buy it / would you continue reading this?
No, I wouldn't buy this.
I would buy, I think, the first volume. Honestly, because I'd love to have I feel like I said the same thing for Atelier. I always have to remember that, which had Atelier. Because the art is gorgeous, and to see that printed out is always nice. And that would be like I'd read the first volume, and if it still had it took some, again, a reload would have this, I don't know if it would have made the conversation more interesting. Because I feel like it's just like we addressed what was here. I liked what was here. It is what it is. Like it is not bad. It is not lacking.
You know what it is?
What is it?
So it's the intrigue of this is not strong enough for me.
Okay.
The intrigue of like, who are these women? What's going on with this? Is just like, that's just the one thing. And I don't know. It just didn't.
I think we're in my realm by virtue of like all of the old like Disney training and fairy tale training I have. It's like, this is the hero's journey, like plain and simple. And I think because the art was good enough, it made me get those old neurons get excited. And I think that's what it is. It's doing what it's doing, and it's doing it well, and it's doing all the things it needs to do. And I want to keep reading. But it's not as intrigue laden as other things. But I think I could understand then why there's nothing more to, like, there's no like, what about this? It's like, there was a lot of like, this is the situation. Like, this is the impetuous to get out of here, and here is the hook to the possibility that he can leave after dreaming about it. It's just like, yes, I like that. Let's do it.
It just comes down to, it didn't grab me. Yeah. And that's it. It's like, there's nothing in this that's bad. There's parts of it that are interesting. It's obviously really good looking, but like Witch Hat grabbed me.
Yes.
And a lot of these other ones grabbed me. And this one is just like, hey, come along if you want, more so than like pulling me along. Yeah.
I get that. Thinkies and feelings then.
I'm gonna go my thoughts. I'm gonna say good, solidly good, because if there was something else here, I could go to great, because obviously like the art and the execution are really well done, but like something is missing, at least in this first chapter, story wise, for me to bump it up to great.
Okay, I respect that. Thinky think. It's good. Parentheses respectfully. Parentheses, yes. Yeah. I don't know what it's missing.
Yeah,
it's a good burger that's well made.
Yeah, you look at it. I don't know. You go, this should be great. This should be.
Maybe it's great moving forward then. I don't know.
I would hope so.
I was a little tempted to do a second chapter on this, and I'm like, no, we're at about the 50-page mark. Like, another chapter would be cheating.
It explained a lot about the world.
Yeah, exactly. And it gave the hook to like, here's the bigger adventure. Like, I don't.
Reading 2 chapters of this would feel like cheating.
And then we already did a reload, and I don't want to do another reload because that would break my rule already. Even though I'm sure I'll break it in the future, but like. I mean, again, this is my cheat answer always that of just like.
But we only did a couple chapters for that reload, so we could do a full volume.
No, we got enough stuff coming down the pipe, and I'm gonna be busy AF. I don't got time. But honestly, like, I do want to read more of this. I want to see more of the, like I said, like I think when we make the time then to go out to the bookstore for some other projects in the works, if they have this and which had Atelier there, I would buy those volumes and go like, okay. But like with a very clear thing of like, if this isn't like got me by the collar by the end of it, I wouldn't get volume 2. I would just go, I'm fair. Done and donate it or sell it or something.
I have some interest in continue reading this.
I would lend you my copy.
I forget. I didn't check how many free chapters are out on K-Manga, but I would probably read a couple more of the free chapters. And I mean, depending on where it goes, because I definitely leave open the possibility that this will open up and really hook me.
Yeah.
I would probably pay for the K-Manga chapters.
Yep.
If it does that. But I don't know. I feel like it could.
I guess it's the gamble. If we reloaded this, even what would there be something there? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. We can just talk about it on the Discord and not a full one. Because this wasn't us. Like I said, I think Gachiakuta was so much more of just us clutching at our own temples and going, what is this? Why is it so popular?
So to that end, I feel, I'm going to say good to fine.
I know, because it's like, it's not, I knew you couldn't say it feels good. Yeah. But just calling it fine feels like too low of a, like, it's just, I don't, it's such a weird. And this isn't like Shangri-La Frontier where I was just like, oh, like this wasn't like something had been, it's just like, yes, it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And it clearly has the setup to do more, but comparative to at least especially the other episode we recorded tonight, like there's just so much less intrigue, but it doesn't need the intrigue. I think it's good. It's straightforward. It's good. It's well. Again, I said it's a well-made burger. It's a solid burger, well-made. Yeah, I guess I feel also good. Parentheses, that art though. That art though. Yeah, this is confusing. I feel confused. I don't know if you've cast another spell on my brain, or I'm literally just like, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but I feel like that was reading. It's like I wanted to read more, but it was just like, it is. Yes, let's move forward. Like there wasn't any. This is that thing where it's just like if I could just read this unladen and having to stop. But I don't. I feel like this is at least surviving the crunch of the first chapter of having to stop and think too much about it all at once without moving forward, instead of just going turn the page and go to chapter 2.
Yeah.
So. But I think it survived that instead of crashed out at the very least, even if I'm confused right now about my emotional state. So I'll give it credit for surviving the unneeded press of the gimmick of this podcast.
Yeah.
So hats off to you. We have to do it. I don't want to because I feel like it's a really difficult thing is how do we rank this arc?
Well, we already know what's at the bottom.
We do.
Nothing else in the arc came as close. Came even close to that.
I have no idea how to compare. Because what? Gachiakuda is at the bottom. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had, and not in order, just to go in order, at least how we recorded, because I think Brad just told me it's not going to release that way because Shonen Jump ruined everything. We had Gachiakuta. We had Witch Hat Atelier. We had Shangri-La Frontier. We had Pandora Hearts. And we had Magus of the Library.
Yeah.
And they were similar, but also I felt such different things about each one and the way I approached them, which is going to make comparing. Because what? It's I would probably put Shangri-La I would put Gachiakuda. I'd put Shangri-La Frontier. Oh, goodness. Pandora Hearts. Magus of the Library, and then Witch Hat Atelier. I think I can comfortably put Witch Hat Atelier at the top.
Okay.
I think that one was my favorite, both in its story and its art and what it was doing. But like Pandora Hearts and Magus is such a like grappling match of like specific different feelings of just like if your intrigue doesn't pay out, you can topple, and Magus could, blossom more fully in a way that I think it could, but I don't know yet, so. But I think also Gachiakuda would have gone at the bottom even if we hadn't reloaded it, just for clarity's sake. Yeah. So I think I was still pretty sour on it before we did that.
I'm sorry, Lass. There was nothing in this arc that really grabbed me.
Oof. I know this is I feel like this is the double-edged blade of like, okay, we read a lot of the things you suggested for us. We didn't really like them.
I mean, everything except Gachiakuda
was at least
good.
Good. Solid line.
It's just none of it was like, oh my gosh, I need to read all of this right now.
For either of us.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting.
Now, that said, I think I'm going to put Magus of the Library in second to last.
Ooh.
A very, very far away second to last.
No, I know,
but still second to last.
I get it. I understand.
Beyond that, this is tough.
Isn't this hard?
I think it's Shangri-La Frontier.
Okay.
Pandora Hearts, Witch Hat.
I think Witch Hat was a clear.
To be fair,
because I think it was the most clear about how we felt about it from chapter 1. Obviously, that's the whole stupid thing of this podcast, except for Gachiakuchi. Gachiakuchi belongs at the bottom. Sorry, it is legit trash.
I think for me, Pandora and Witch Hat are very, very close, and could probably go like switch places depending on the day.
I think because you like the trappings of Pandora Hearts, it's easier for you to move.
Yes,
it moves up more
definitely.
for you than it does for me.
Yeah.
Me, I'm banking on the intrigue and this book club maybe happening or not.
So all that to say, I don't want to discourage anybody and be like, Brad's not going to like anything that I say. Because like, again, I thought all of this was good, except Gachiakuda.
We tried. We expanded our diets and things.
Yeah.
I think we haven't had something. I'd have to look at the big list. of things we read, but I feel like Witch Hat and Magus had some of the best art we've had.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe all of what we've read, or at least in recent memory, as shitty as that memory is.
And the thing is I can see why other people like all this stuff.
Except Gachukuda. Oh, actually, no, we did answer that question.
Yeah.
We did answer that question. I didn't like why they liked it, but
Right.
I understood why they liked it. But the other ones, it's like, yeah, I don't think any of them were bad in a way that I could not wrap my head around.
So it's not indicative of any quality or anything like that.
It's not indicative of your taste. It's indicative of ours.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you did that, and we appreciate everybody voting on picking what we read. Just know, listeners, you did this. No, not like that. Not like that.
It's a good, there's
It was a good list. It was a solid list.
There's a thought there of like, I mean, are there other things on that list that
What's the alternate
would have been
timeline?
like, oh, I love this. I have to read all of this immediately. And we'll never know.
I guess last Rose Democracy Arc 2 next year. She's not allowed to put any other series on it. You got to go with what was left on the bingo card.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just sometimes shout about them and something happens.
We could just like continue to collect. Imaginary Numeral gave us a good.
I mean, that was for a different arc though, so that's somewhere in the works. Yeah.
Still, we could just collect recommendations and be like, everybody vote on all of these.
I don't hate this idea.
Yeah.
I do not hate this idea.
We just happened to go with all
one
of
person
Lass's because
she made a bingo card
had
for us.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Which we do appreciate.
Yeah, no, actually really like the idea of fan vote arc 2 literally being fan recommendations and then put through the voting system.
The Electoral College.
Yeah, I like that. I kind of like that. Because then it evens it out of like the Electoral College. It gives more power to the people until the people have money have power to say things. But, anybody can suggest things to go in the pot at the very least.
So thank you. We did have fun with this.
Yes.
If nothing was like, oh my gosh.
Our palettes were expanded, and that's what's important. I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't hate any of it except the one. And now I feel like that's a character trait. Did we learn anything this arc?
I think we just talked about what we learned, which is that
our taste is different than
yeah.
Well, Les really loves the hero's journey because it happened 3 times.
And I mean that's completely fair.
It worked.
Yeah.
It's worked since the time of the Sumerians and the Babylonians. It can work now.
Yeah.
With freaking like Enkidu in them and Gilgamesh. Wait, didn't we say the Epic of Gilgamesh was the first isekai? Wasn't that your? Yep. Isn't that your bit? I need to know more about this. See how much you are. What its rating is.
Gilgamesh
I don't remember.
has to travel to the world of the gods in order to get some kind of elixir to revive Enkidu, I believe it is.
Shibanu Pal. I'm a Mesopotamian. Brad? End the arc? Question mark?
Yeah, I'm going to pull out the keystone.
What?
Now the arc fell over.
Okay. I mostly was trying to do that as like a give me him with the plugs, but I've been trying to change it up, and I'm like, I don't. Close the book. Close the book on this chapter of the podcast.
In a book.
Reading Rainbow.
Oh, they're going to have to wait until after the beeps to hear the rest
Reading
of that.
Rainbow.
So we did that before we started.
We did. Those they didn't experience that. Well, no, the intro is still take a look at it. Did I say something else then?
No, that's, yeah.
So they'll hear, but they didn't hear the singing.
Right.
Okay.
We did the whole song.
We did. We played it. I don't know. Yeah, you kind of sung it.
Anyway.
I can go anywhere.
As always, we need to thank Sugoi Mart for partnering with us. Sugoi Mart's a retailer of Japanese snacks, drinks, toys, and merch. All kinds of cool stuff you can't get outside Japan. Click the link in the description and use code APR15 at checkout to get 15% off your first order. So come on our Discord and recommend stuff to us for the next fan arc.
Fan arc in a billion months.
You can find all of our social media links on our website, animepodcasterreincarnation.com. The Discord is definitely the best way to do that, but we do check the other
Yes.
places.
We got to shout out somebody. Somebody's left some incredible comments on our YouTube videos, right?
Yes, J Beans.
J Beans, thank you. I hope you're hearing this. Your comments were very greatly appreciated.
That was a while ago at the time of this release.
Now that, it'll be a while before it gets to you via timing and recording stuff, but hopefully you hear this. And if you hear this, J Beans, comment below and go, I heard this, thank you.
If you hear this, J Beans, why aren't you on the Discord?
Yeah, get on the Discord. We want you on the Discord. I literally said, we got to get this homie on the Discord. They got real good stuff. You see this fella? You see this J Beans fella? You got to get on the Discord. You see this thing?
You can also find a link up there to our Patreon, where our supporters get perks like getting to vote on what we cover on heroin addiction, getting the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early, and bonus episodes. And, of course, we have to shout out our patrons. So, first and foremost, at our noble tier, we have our Count imaginary numeral.
Shoot, I was trying to figure out the other one. I'm getting ready to can this because I'm just like, I'm running out. I'll just keep doing the same thing over and over again. What's this spook? We're in spooky time.
Not when this comes out.
You're right. But we are now recording it in spooky time. What's the spooky song? This is Halloween.
Also at our noble tier, we have our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf.
Why did I start doing this? This is pay us money. If you want us to stop doing that, please make us stop. Just tell us. You can pay us money to make us stop.
It's going to be a lot of money. At our commoner tier, we've got Laura Carroll, Last Man on Earth, and Arena. So thank you so much to all of our patrons.
Thank you, Brad, for doing that. Thank you, all of our patrons. Thank you, all of our listeners. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts on our feed. And, Brad, it's time to close the book on this chapter and open the new book. Heaven or Hell!
Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Magus.
Do you understand?
Magus.
No.
Magus.
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 XL. That's what I said. Magus XL.
Megasis. Mag. Us.
What they're going for? They wish to be magged. Whatever that means. I'm full of ramen.
On today's episode, you can find everything good in a book.
Take a look. It's in a book. Magus. Actually,
Magus Library.
Actually, kind of, yeah. That's kind of fire.
I mean, right there it says Libre.
Libre? Oh. Library. Library. What movie was that?
I can do anything.
I can be racist against. Gosh, this manga has a lot of racism in it. Like an incredible amount of a terrifying amount. Not a terrifying amount, but just like a glut.
A normal amount.
A glut of racism and a surprising amount of scene after scene of just racism. But it's against a white elf, so I was kind of like, yeah, I get it.
Ways to go. Friends to know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. These are some great after beeps.
It's a whole song.
I should start the episode. I only know the main part. It's been a long time. On today's episode, take a look. It's in a book. It's Magus of the... That's not how I wanted to say it. Magus of the Library. Wait.
Okay. as
You did it right.
interesting
the
as
first time.
that is,
Don't do that.
I don't like it.
Oh dang it! Whatever. It's in the beeps. It's fine. It got captured. I heard a Discord noise.
Yeah, I didn't mute this. Oh, but I can't mute it because
in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. It's reading rainbow, reading rainbow. I can go anywhere.
friends to know and ways to grow. A reading rainbow.
Reading rainbow.
I can be anything. Take a look.
Gosh, those old
It's in
synths
a
are
book.
like
A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
reading rainbow.
A reading rainbow.
Yo, what a banger.
I miss the 90s.
Yeah. I miss pre 9/11.
Things were simpler back then.
Is this Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? I didn't even watch it that much growing up, and hearing this makes me want to tear up in like a very cozy way.
I watched Mr. Rogers.
I should. I watched a whole video about him, and he seemed like I just want to sit down and watch them and have a cozy day. And how much like science was behind what he did, and like research on top of just being a genuine. Like it wasn't just.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day.
It's almost like it's scientifically proven that being nice is nice and the right thing to do. And having your emotions is important.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
You stay in your lane, Mr. Rogers, and don't be political. And then he was all the time, even before those humans said that. He was political because they were stupid. Not Mr. Rogers, those people. Those people are stupid. Why wasn't it like the thing I had growing up? Because it was, and it still is, but you didn't understand it was political then, or you forgot about it because you're a fucking numbnuts. Okay, I should start.
If you want to.
On today's episode, stay a while and listen. It's Magus of the Library. I do a quiet in the library joke, but that's my intro for you, so I can't do that.
Mm.
So it's like sit and hear a tale. On today's episode, come in, sit. I have a tale to tell you of Magus of the Library.
Hey, that sounds really similar to your Akane Banashi opening.
Oh, really? Unintentional, but I mean, it's the idea of sitting down to read a story. I'm going to tell you a story about a book. I'm reading a book.
On today's episode...
Once upon a time, there was a Magus of the Library. I've been saying that different every time I say it, I'm pretty sure.
Don't crack the spine. It's Magus of the Library.
Please don't be racist. Oh my gosh, don't be racist. It's Magus of the Library. You sure I don't want to... No, I won't sing it, but honestly, take a look. It's in a book. It's Magus of the Library. I still like. But not sung.
Don't sing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't sing it.
If you don't sing it, I think it could be okay.
Okay. On today's episode, take a look. It's in a book. Magus of the Library. I should say Magus. Fuck off. On today's episode, take a look. It's in a book. Magus of the Library. I did it again, didn't I? Magus. I can't do it. It's a word that I roll a small dice in my head uncontrollably to how it comes out of my mouth.
Magus.
On today's episode, take a look. It's in a book. Magus of the Library.
Let's do that.
Okay. Wait, I want one more that I end brighter instead of down.
Okay.
I like that. It was like warmer. It was like, this isn't a going down one because it's like adventure.
Even though this is depressing.
The racism is. Here's more singing, I guess.
I guess that'll do it.
I should have said Paradise Lost. That would have been more artsy and esoteric about it. Because that is a story about both going into hell and then going into heaven. And going through Purgatorio.
Dante's Inferno.
That's what I meant to say. You're right. No, wait, no. Wait, what did I say?
I think those are...
Did I say the Divine Comedy? What
No,
did I
you
say?
said Paradise Lost. Which is like...
That's different.
Yeah.
Isn't Paradise Lost written off of the Divine Comedy?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not going to look it up.
If we didn't start singing, I'd go back and re-record and say the Divine Comedy instead of Heaven and Harlech. But the fact that we started singing was too fun to not put in there. Actually, no, that can go after the after beeps because that's where I like hiding the next arc stuff in.
But you didn't say Paradise. That was after we sang.
And well, no, not any of this. I would go do it again. I would go and Brad, close the. I would say that.
Oh. Well, too late.
It's too. No, it's whatever. It's fine. I'm done. Let's go do a video game trivia thing, and I'll get sleepy.